Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Xcom Chimera Squad on the PC. Xcom Chimera Squad is a turn-based game developed by Firaxis Games. The game takes place after the events of Xcom 2, War of the Chosen. You play as a mixed squad of human and alien special forces soldiers who have to maintain peace in City 31. Okay, so what is the game like to play? Well, like previous Xcom games, Chimera Squad features turn-based combat. Each scenario starts with a breach where you assign your squad to various starting positions. Once you breach, you've got a small window to get off your first attacks. Thereafter, it's your kind of usual Xcom fare.
Follow me.
Now this breach feature, it does get you straight into the action, but I would say it means that you do lose some of the tactical elements of setting up your squad in a more open level, much like in Xcom 2. Your squad can move, shoot, set up an overwatch, use special powers, items, or team up with an ally. One negative is that you can't move all your troops in one phase. Instead, you've got to move one of your characters, then the enemy gets to move one of theirs as well. It does make it faster and more immediate in terms of gameplay, but it also means that you do lose some of the tactical satisfaction from the previous games in the series. When you're not in the field on a mission, you're back at the base of operations. In this hub, you can view the map of City 31 and see the state of unrest in each of the districts. It's a delicate balancing act what mission you choose to take on, as dealing with one issue will mean that other issues are allowed to escalate. It's not as obtuse as Xcom 2, but you still have to take key decisions, and if you're not on the ball, the city will turn into chaos. Taking on gangs has got 3 different stages. You've got the groundwork, operations, and then the final takedown. So you'll be investigating these gangs, finding intelligence, rescuing key personnel, and taking down targets with deadly force or not, depending on what you want to do. The hub also features many different areas that allow you to make tactical decisions that will affect how your squad is prepared. For example, you've got the assembly area, which lets you research new gear. You've got the armory, where you can fine-tune the loadout of your squad from weapons, armor, special items, leveling up their abilities, dealing with promotions. You can purchase new gear, key items, send troops on non-playable special ops, or you can train them individually, or you can even visit a scavenger market for rare items. Now, the hub, it isn't as in-depth as Xcom 2 and as Xcom fans might be used to, but I would say there's enough freedom here to give you a slightly watered down Xcom experience. In terms of the game world, I would say it's pretty dull in terms of how it's presented, the level design, especially due to there being no infiltration phase. You just breach and fight. Again, it makes it more immediate, but it does mean that each level felt very similar and it's all over very quickly. The environments, I'd say, were mostly quite dull and lacked any sort of wow factor or any real good variety. In terms of the visuals, it's okay. The characters look nice enough, but again, the environment's very tedious, very repetitive. Menus though, the interface, that's clean, that's clear, less muddled than I was expecting. Sound-wise, the voiceovers, they're a little bit like a cartoon and they're not great, but I'd say they do the job fine. Music, again, not bad. I wouldn't say sound is the strongest point of the game though. Okay, good and bad points. What's good? The gameplay is more pick up and play. Most features have been streamlined, making it less confusing and more accessible. The breach feature is a fun way to start a level, and the customization options allow you to alter your squad to suit your style. Bad points. It lacks the tactical depth of Xcom 2, the level design is poor and everything looks pretty bland. The audio and visuals will not blow you away, and it may be too simple and too streamlined for fans of the genre. Okay, verdict. Xcom Chimera Squad is a simple, fun and entertaining turn-based game that does away with the in-depth features of the previous games in the series. It's more pick up and play in terms of gameplay, which is good if you want a quick session, but for strategic turn-based fans it may be a bit too diluted to be enjoyed. At first, I felt it was a bit too dumbed down, but after a while I did start to appreciate its simple style. You can fly through missions very quickly, and what it loses in its tactical depth from the previous game, it gains in accessibility and possibly winning over some new fans. Would I recommend it? Well, if you like turn-based games, yes. If you want a turn-based experience, you can turn on for half an hour, play a short session with pretty good missions. Yep. But if you're hoping for XCOM 2 levels of depth, you will be disappointed. Okay, scoring, I'd give XCOM Chimera Squad 7 out of 10. Okay, that's the review. Thanks for watching. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Cheers.